Hello, this is Anti-Darwin, and today I'm gonna discuss a replay. I was looking into the replay section, and I just was lucky enough to see and witness this great game from an old Conquer Cup, DASDUELON versus Technique, and let's discuss this match. The match is played on industrial strength, and DASDUELON is Empire, he is red, and Technique is green Soviets on top side. And this game was played in 2010 in a Light Conquer Cup tournament. And let's start the game. Technique on top side, green Soviets. He has started with Crusher Crane build order, while DASDUELON has just created a power plant, and he has made a dojo core. Obviously he's gonna intend to capture this oil derrick as well as this one, and he's made a second dojo core, a power plant once again, and a refinery. Just standard procedure for him. While Technique is strangely, I think, intending to do an MCV push because it's a very small map, and he's just made two power plants using both production structures to produce these two power plants. And you can see he's using the Crusher Crane to make a refinery, while he was later base crawl a second refinery in this position over here, using the width of the offered by the Crusher Crane, and he's moving towards base of DASDUELON in an intention to do some sort of damage. This is dangerous tactics over here done by Technique, and DASDUELON has finally found out about it, and he has slowed down the MCV. And you can see he's not aiming the MCV with IWs because the burst drone is on top of it, and he's going to the main base of Technique. I think he knows that he has to do somehow if the structures are not wall, which in case the case is here, so he will attack the Crusher Crane or something. And Technique has just deployed a MCV, and he's making a Tesla coil here, giving him DASDUELON has spammed a couple of 5 tank busters, and Technique is making a barracks using the Crusher Crane, but the barracks is gonna be destroyed because there are too many of those tank busters, 9 of them in fact. And he is also slowing down the MCV using the burst drone. DASDUELON is looking in complete control, and at the same time he is going to Tier 2, perhaps making VXs. Technique is using cushion behind that power plant, but DASDUELON smartly destroyed it, and he was forced to sell off his own MCV Technique, while DASDUELON is going with his infantry, 8-9 tank busters, and to the main base of Technique, while Technique has just made a Tesla coil in the middle of his main base so that he can protect his collectors as well as these attacks from DASDUELON infantry. And he has made an airfield and a twin blade so he can protect his base and kill off these infantry units. DASDUELON is coming with a sudden transport with 5 tank busters in it, and Technique is looking in a really difficult situation because his collector is being attacked, but he has somehow managed to defend himself brilliantly. He has killed the other sudden transport with that Tesla coil, and the bears have parked down those 2 tank busters and forced them to hide, while DASDUELON is putting pressure with those VXs. One is landed and one is in the air, while Technique has 1 jet. And now he's destroyed the jet, but also at the price of losing his VX destroyed by the Tesla coil. And DASDUELON is still attacking with his VX using attacking, and he has successfully destroyed the airfield. Now he's gonna land, and his VX he has took his VX to safety, and Technique has now decided that enough is enough. He's going to make a war factory, and he's scouting with his twin blade. But here he can, as he saw that there are too many VXs still approaching his main base, and the war factory will take too much time to be made, so he has decided to cancel the war factory, and he is spamming flag troopers, and he's gonna make some flag troopers to defend himself. This is his game plan over here, and you can see those tank busters still in hidden mode, and the bears are covering them. The Tenjus are coming to main base of Technique, and DASDUELON isn't hurried into capturing these two Alderichs. I don't know why, and his intention is somehow to destroy this crusher crane, because he knows that once this crusher crane is destroyed, the match is going to be over. So he's looking to do that. Now Technique has made 9 flag troopers, and he's making a war factory, and you can see that he's finally attacking with that conscript, and now DASDUELON has landed those Tenjus, and he's using those tank busters to attack this collector, and he is but the Tesla coil is taking care of most of the Tenjus, while this infantry will take care of these tank buster. But the tank buster has successfully destroyed the collector, and you can see with that intervention the flag troopers were forced to come on this side, while DASDUELON slipped in those 2 VXs, and with the honorable discharge he was able to destroy the crusher crane, and it was a very close call. And in time, I must admit, in time, Technique was lucky enough to have made the war factory, and now you can see that Technique has done an amazing, unbelievable move over here. He has sold 2 power plants, the Tesla coil, as well as the refinery, of which the collector was killed, and he is using the army at his disposal to attack DASDUELON, and DASDUELON has sold his MCV. The engineer is going obviously to capture this Alderich, while Technique is slipped in a terror drone to this tile, and it's gonna kill this engineer, while Technique has posted a somewhat army over here. And DASDUELON has 4 tanks and 4 tank busters to be exact, and he's aiming to go on this side and attack Technique. He doesn't know what's happening over there. Technique is doing an interesting move. He's not going inside the civilian structure, luring those tanks to come after him, and I think this is a very important stage of the map. You can see he's bicycle toggling 3-4 tanks at a single moment, and using the flag trooper miners to destroy those tanks, and he is able to destroy 4 tanks. And the reason why DASDUELON came after him, because he thought that his army is safe and the flag troopers are not going inside the civilian structure, and that's exactly what Technique wanted him to do. He's played with some mind games with DASDUELON, and he's now with a couple of tanks and a couple of terror drones in status ray, and DASDUELON is having 3 tank busters, and he's still making some units over here. Now, strangely, and I will say it the 3rd time, strangely, Technique has sold the super reactor, and he's spamming sickles to the main base, because he has realized that if this game is not going to be over now, there is no point in playing and prolonging this match, because the time is not on his hand, and he's using these 2 terror drones to stun the tanks and kill the tanks using the secondary leech beam of hammer tanks, and he's really doing a great job of it. The conscripts and this combination, this composition is making really good trouble, is making a lot of trouble for DASDUELON, and the situation of the match has tilted in favor of technique, which is a very strange thing, because he has somehow managed to come back into this match with some strange tactics. This is just magnificent gameplay, and you'll see that you're seeing that he's using both collectors. He's forced to use both collectors even. He is without any economy, DASDUELON, and these two tanks and this composition has forced him to do so, and he's losing this collector and the second one as well, and this is looking the end for DASDUELON. The match is over, and I just wanted to say that all throughout the match seems to be in hands of DASDUELON. He was looking pretty good until that magnificent positioning of units. For technique, he lured DASDUELON towards him with 4 tank busters and 4 tanks, and DASDUELON was thinking, hey, I have a chance to destroy his tanks and his army maybe, and not going inside the civilian structure. And when he went over there with some of the best micro I've ever seen, to be honest, these tsunami tanks are really fast. He bicycle toggled with the status ray terror drone, and he managed to jam all 4 tanks and destroy them, all of them, with using flank miners. While he lost all the flank troopers, but he managed to kill all tank busters and tanks and the main army. Then, in strange circumstances, he also sold the super reactor. Before he sold 2 power plants, the refinery and Tesla coil, and he just knew that this is the moment, and he has to conquer this moment before it's too late. And one more mistake, which I think basic mistake DASDUELON made, this is just my observation, is that he never went for those oil derricks all throughout the match. And this was I think a mistake. Also, he could have expanded to a 3rd refinery easily. He could have played safer, but maybe there was all throughout the match the technique gave him the impression that he's weak and he can be beatable, and you saw that DASDUELON sacrificed his BX, his thinking that before in time he can destroy that crusher crane, and he did destroy that crusher crane, but to his demise he lost too many units in the process. On the other hand, technique was able to make the war factory in time. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I'm signing off.